struggling to stay on. Right. So, yeah, and you've done all of this, okay? Planning, setting goals, creating strategies to get you to those goals. You know all of these. I'm going through it quickly. Decision making, selecting alternatives, selecting the best alternative from a group of alternatives. And here it's about creating the vehicle. It's about creating a structure and allocating that structure and populating the structure and resources, etc. Why did this recording now stop? Oh, this drives me insane. Hold on a second, guys. I'm just going to restart the recording. No, it didn't stop. It showed a clear message to me that the recording had stopped. I'm crying in my sleep right now. Okay, guys, and then leading, motivation, and communication and controlling is really about making sure that our plans unfold as was intended. I'm going through this very quickly, and it'll be quite interesting to see where you fit into the structure. And you don't have to tell me if you don't want. If we look at organizational structures, so first of all, from a functional area perspective, who are the marketers? Who here works in marketing? Just give me a thumbs up or type your name. Okay, you're the slave. Yeah, Muzamal, we know that because you work for parents, clearly. Marketing, Riasa, very cool. Ongs, marketing as well. Yeah, your typical marketing personality, Ongs. Other marketers? Okay, vehicle finance. Okay. Carmel, what is your job exactly? It's Carmel. Hey, I'm saying it wrong. Sorry.
Yes, it's Carmel. I'm a
Carmel,
trade.
so I was right the first time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Why did you frown when I said it?
I'm a trade marketing assistant. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Very,
Yeah.
very cool. Okay. Who here is in finance? Oh, gosh. Muzamal, you, yes. Anyone else? Nandipa, what do you do? Okay, Adam as well. What do you do, Adam? Times administration. Okay, very cool. Nandipa, what do you do? Please don't say you're a trophy wife and you spend your husband's money. That's not working in finance. Junior accountant, very impressive. Okay, very impressive. That would be a better alternative, though. Hey, Miserable customer, you're everything, Miserable. You work for a family business, clearly. Yeah, the trophy wife would be a better alternative. Let's be honest, Nandipa. And then, yeah, who's in ops? Anyone work on a production line in operations? Customer support. You're everything, Oak. Stop showing off. Anyone in? What do you do, Tanil? Operations and what? Oh my word, very impressive, Johnson. Very cool. Yeah, no, well, accounting will not just bore you, it will drive you insane. So now we need to get you to get this qualification so that you can change your job from accounting. Oh, very cool, Tanil. That is blimmin' impressive. That has evolved, hey? Oh, very cool, Mizamal. Oh my word. Oh, you just do everything. Oh my gosh, heaven help us. Okay. Okay, guys, and anyone in HR, human capital management, there's so many new terms for that. Jack of all trades, master of none. Anyone in HR? That's interesting that we have no HR people here. What do you do, Natalia? Natalia? You can unmute yourself if you want. HR assistant, very, very cool. In a modern HR environment where where you see yourself as a way of creating competitive advantage, or is it a traditional HR environment where we worry about checking people in terms of leave and rubbish like that? Oh, sorry. Guys, anyone here in administration? As bad as being in accounting? Oh, sorry, hold on a sec. Yeah. Ah, shut up, Muzimal. Stop bragging now. Oh, in academic support. Very cool, Sue. Sue, you the people who are supposed to check on me. Oh my word, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. On the traditional side of things. Guys, and other, I mean, yeah. In, you're paying. Anyone in PR, public relations? Anyone in IT support? Anyone an assassin? I'm always hoping that somebody in my class would be an assassin. Okay, retained. Okay. Academics and support. Very cool. Michaela. Mechanic. Oh, very cool. Oh, shut up, Muslim. Stop. Yeah, PR people. Well, PR people are there to. Oh, very cool, Justine. PR people are there to paper over cracks and sell the papered version of the organization. Oh, that's cool. But Renessa, that's actually a lacquer job. Hey, very, very cool. Did you play for a serious level? Did you play for SA or provincial? But Renessa, how long did you provincial? How long did it take you? Okay, very cool, Almas. How long did it take you to learn to spell your name? You didn't learn in grade one, surely.
No, I kind of went to grade R like 3 times.
Yeah, and you sat next to a girl called Kate and you looked dumb.
Yeah,
Because that's what always,
definitely.
holy, you have like 20 letters in your name.
11 to be exact.
11. I think your parents punished you for some reason.
Yeah, in primary school, whenever everyone started coloring in, I was still writing my name on the page.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, obviously a difficult birth, and your parents thought, I'll show her. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys who are top managers, who is an executive manager here, a CEO, a director of a company. Visible. Not yet, but soon. Very cool, Almas. Anyone a director of a company, CEO, executive manager? Come on, guys. Okay. And I think a lot of people are here because of that reason. Who is a middle manager? So in charge of a functional area like marketing, etc. Okay. Who is a first line manager? Who is someone like me who's just a worker? I like being a worker. I don't want to be a manager. Yeah. Oh. Same WhatsApp group. Absolutely. Not a big fan. Don't ever want to be a manager. Don't want to be in charge of anyone, honestly. I see, just to go back to my pain, but for me, career success is not that. For most people, career success, I just want to open here, is this kind of rubbish. What am I doing? For a lot of people, exactly, exactly. For a lot of people, career success is this kind of rubbish where you have a triangle and you have different levels and you measure your success depending on how high you climbed in terms of those levels, how big your office is, how good looking your secretary is, etc., etc. Who sees career success as that? As climbing, yeah, self-actualize, very cool. Who sees career success as climbing, Oh, 25% extra, Riasa. Definitely 25%. Cheers, Namusa. Look after yourself, hey. Absolutely. For me, I see a career as a horizontal thing. Every time I learn a new skill, I essentially grow and get paid for it. So for me, career success is not how far I've climbed on a ladder, but how much I'm able to contribute in an organization. The simple truth is that most of you would fit into that. And I promise you, some of you will transition to that. I don't know if that makes any sense as career success options. Most people would be there. Um, yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely, Mizumal, 100%, 100%. Right. So if we look at those, we know what top managers are. They're executive managers. They give overall direction to the organization. At the top of all of them, you are the CEO and the MD, and they will create vision, and you'll have boards of directors. These are people who essentially middle managers will be responsible for different functional areas. And then your first line managers essentially will get those people who we consider to be workers to actually get working, get going, etc. The sad thing, though, is that these levels of managers in terms of modern organizations are disappearing simply because when you have competent people, modern structures tend to look like this. Executive team, senior management team, and the rest of the organization populated by self-managed teams. So those middle managers disappear very, very, very quickly. Absolutely. If you work with competent people, you don't need frontline managers, guys. It's as simple as that. If you work with competent people, you don't need frontline managers. If you look at Google's structure, they have a 3-tier structure. First tier is always going to be your executive, second tier, senior managers, and the rest of the organization, self-managed work teams with leadership rotating. Absolutely, 100%. Okay, and then, yeah, the different areas, I'm not going through them. Oh, we can. Marketing there to identify, create customer needs, finance to obtain finances, to control finances, to distribute finances, operations. Basically, those individuals that work on the production line will generally be linked directly to the core business of the organization. Human resources, support people, attract, retain, develop, and motivate. Administrative, I'm not going to explain, and other areas. Right, so we can see what those individuals do. I'm not going through that. The one thing that does appear quite often in the exam, and it's well worth, guys, putting this as an NB. Somebody is unmuted, guys. Somebody is unmuted. Who is it? So I can take off 25%. Who is unmuted? Okay, just check that everyone is muted. So if we look at these roles, please NB this slide, okay, guys, and the next slide. I love asking these as questions. So you want to NB those two, okay? So in terms of managerial roles, you would have done this previously in second year. The thinking in terms of modern managers is that their roles can be divided into those 3 overall overarching roles. Interpersonal roles are your get along with other people roles. These are the kinds of things that involve caring and empathy and creating an environment within which people can be motivated. You'll see the specifics there. The figurehead, the kind of person that, if there is a need to appear on TV, will be there. The leader, the person that creates that environment for motivation. Liaison, that person that liaises internally and externally. Informational roles, and remember the importance of information, the sense that information is the lifeblood of an organization. You need people to scan the environment. You need people to share information around the environment. You need people to speak on behalf of what needs to be done for the organization. And then decisional roles. It's interesting. I don't like the word entrepreneur. The modern term is intrapreneur. the internal entrepreneur. So Google, for example, they give 20% of they allow their technical staff 20% of their work life to create their own magic. So they act as entrepreneurs, and about 70% of all new Google projects come out of that 20% where people do their own thing, 1 day a week, essentially. Disturbance handler, really about conflict management. Resource allocator, you can infer from that, and then negotiator, and often with trade unions and also with teams in an organization. This is another NB. So technical skills are job-related skills. So if you're a neurosurgeon, your focus is very much on being able to complete the skill of performing surgeries on the brain. If you're a motor mechanic, you will be a technician who will focus on getting cars back on the road, keeping cars maintained. If you're an accountant, you will focus on completing a set of books. If you're a hockey coach, your technical skill is actually the skills training. In terms of the technical skills, if you're a lecturer, it's the ability to lecture. And then interpersonal skills, getting along with people, communication. Here, conceptual skills, the general rule of thumb, the higher you are in an organization, the greater the need for conceptual thinking and conceptual skills. Diagnostic skills is dealing with those issues on a daily basis, separating cause from symptoms, and we'll do this when we look at decision taking, and then isolating cause versus symptom. We'll spend a bit of time on that when we look at decision making. Communication, I think sometimes people underestimate, and I refuse to lecture any communication module because I really consider it beneath me. But I don't think we realize the importance of communication in an organization. You can be fantastic at all that stuff, but if you can't do that, you struggle. Decision making, so here we isolate cause and symptoms, there we choose the right option, and then time management skills. And you'll see in terms of your studies the need to plan and work and have some sort of project timeline in terms of what needs to be done by when. You can have a look at these. I'm not going to go through them in detail, but those slides there, guys, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, I promise you are important in terms of my exams. You are likely to see one, if not both, depending on which exam you write. So please NB those slides. Okay, I love asking those. So in terms of the art and science, and remember we spent a bit of time on this last week, the science of management is the stuff. Yeah, you can share the slides. Do you want me to share the slides, Boya? Or do you want someone else to share the slides? So why do you say, can we share? When you refer to me, it's you, not we. I'll do that, Boya. Okay. So the science of management is about the best practices. In this textbook, we'll have thousands of best practices, and it's how well you use those best practices. The art of management is that gut feel. It is knowing without actually realizing why you've arrived at a specific solution. It's the ability to look at the environment and draw from the environment things that people would never see. I always think of Steve Jobs, who contributed so significantly to our world. And if you think of what Steve Jobs gave us, the first laptop, the first standalone computer, got fired from Apple, started Pixar, created the first computer generated movie, Toy Story, and again beyond that, and then came back and gave us the iPod, gave us the iPad, gave us the iPhone, and all of that by discerning what is going on in the environment, what technological advances there are. Not many people get that art right. A lot of people can do the steps in the process and the best practice. Not many people get that right. And then where do we get managerial skills? Here and also through experience. I'm not going to go through that. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop there. Any questions, any comments, anything? And next week I just want to get through this chapter. Honestly, there are 3 slides left. Can I just finish this chapter, please? I really just want to get through this. Okay. So in terms of managerial work, in profit-seeking companies, it really is about efficiency and effectiveness. Here, it is about breaking even. You can have a glance at that slide. The one thing we have to spend a bit of time on is the new workplace. The new workplace is a very strange phenomenon because the world we live in is so strange. So we promote diversity. If we look at our class, I can tell you now, we have different races. We have people who speak different languages at home and home languages. We have people who are from different religions. We have multiple cultures represented. And I can tell you now, our group here reflects what happens in organizations. There's this intense need to promote diversity because it gives you a range of alternative thoughts. It allows you to better interact with allows you to better interact with customers, etc. The second one is the fact that we in a world where we have a crisis of ethics, and work ethics has changed as well, in the sense that, you know, my generation, we worked because it was our duty. Generation, not so much X, but Y and Z, because remember, we've got Gen Z joining us now as well. And in terms of Gen Z, I think people want more empowerment. They want flexibility. They don't just slavishly go to work. And then also, guys, yeah, I think in a world where there are lots of job opportunities, when you want to attract talent, you have to create the ideal environment. If you guys want, and unfortunately we'll have lag here, but if you go to YouTube, hold on a second, and type this in, and I'd love for you to watch this. I'm just going to go, where is that? No, gosh, I'll share the link, guys. I'll share the link on the group. Go and watch that to get a sense of what an attractive workplace looks like. It definitely is Google. It definitely is Google. And then also the idea of having unique incentives. Not everyone is motivated by money. Some people are motivated by recognition. Other people are motivated by time off. And then also this idea of having to learn in order to be light on your feet, to keep relevant. And then just also, guys, new technology, in particular AI, see now jobs advertised where there is an expectation that you will arrive at work being proficient at AI and to use AI in things like marketing and operations. And then lastly, I think modern organizations are flexible, they downsize, we unbundle, and all of those are serious challenges. Okay, rushed the last bit a bit, but that's fine. Any questions, any comments?